The Live 5 for 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai.
3 days to Christmas. I'll let you know if you're expecting any rain for that Christmas day coming up in your 5 for 6 forecast.
Right now on News Channel 6 at 4, the holiday season can cause a lot of stress on people. Doctors share advice on how to manage it. And keeping the community warm during the winter. How the Salvation Army is helping those in need one coat at a time. Plus, opposing proposed development. Why some Aiken County residents are sounding off. For News at 4 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 4.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Hannah Latier. Thank you so much for joining us. Brad and Jenny have the day off. Coverage you can count on begins with the holiday season in full swing, and many people are scrambling to get a lot of different things done. And as Deshaw Menzel explains, while that can create plenty of stress, there are ways to handle it.
The holidays can be known as the most wonderful time of the year, but with everything that goes into preparing for it, it can also be the most stressful time of the year.
I think one of the big stressors for people is that we have this expectation that the holidays have to be the perfect holidays, right? So that leads up for unreasonable expectations, and so sometimes that's just really hard to hit. Another thing could be finances, family. So there's a lot of things that people are dealing with and trying to juggle and balance everything during the holidays.
Gunderson Wellness Education Specialist Christy Harris says setting up boundaries with family can help reduce stress.
I always tell people, remember the reason for the season, right? Which is supposed to be time with family, time with friends. But sometimes that can create a stressor, especially when family is our family. We don't always pick and choose our family, right?
Amber Sherman is one of many who has to go through a lot on the holidays, as her and her husband's families are not nearby each other.
We're both from Iowa, but different sides of the state. And so there's always this, like, do we do a big tour across the state or do we split it up, that kind of thing. So I think that's something that we're figuring out every year. Usually we start about, Labor Day to figure out, what are we going to do for the holidays this year.
Sherman has 2 children, and she says the holidays are never easy for most parents.
I think that there's always this sense of, I want to get the big splashy gifts so I get the big reaction. We actually kind of went through that this week about, do we want to do the big splashy thing, or, do we want to kind of keep things a little bit more simple for our family and more work on creating the memories, and that's kind of where we landed.
Experts at Gunderson Health encourage those who are struggling with holiday stress to speak out about it, and if your job has one, talk with your employee assistance program.
According to the American Psychological Association, around 41% of people say their stress increases during the holiday season compared to other parts of the year. And according to the Alcohol and Drug Awareness Center, staying sober during the holidays is also a struggle many in recovery face. Leaders say joining various anonymous and church groups and having a sponsor can be helpful, along with taking part in sober activities.
So some sober activities for families to enjoy during Christmas time is maybe just playing board games. If family members know somebody's in recovery, maybe no alcoholic drinks at the Christmas parties, just having Cokes and waters and juices available would be a really great option.
Director also says if you are in recovery, focus on taking care of yourself. And it's time now for a first look at our weather with meteorologist Miller Hyatt. Miller, it's pretty cloudy out there, but not too chilly, right?
Yeah, definitely not warmer than what we have been. And up in your 5 for 6 forecast, Hannah.
So much. We now know the name of the victim killed in a deadly crash in Richmond County. According to the coroner, 56-year-old Rebecca Williams was killed when her car rear-ended a logging truck Wednesday evening on Gordon Highway at the Tubman Home Road. The coroner says the truck was stopped at a red light. Some who live in Aiken County are sounding off about potential new development plans near Gregory Lake Road. Yesterday, those who live nearby showed up to the Aiken County Planning Commission meeting to express their concerns with a proposed development. Developers want to build a new subdivision in the area, but some people say it will cause more traffic. Hundreds of people have signed a petition opposing the project.
It's really a paperwork issue. and I think they are following all the rules on it. So I would not say anything negatively about anyone.
Well, as long as we get to say what we say at the Aiken Council, at the county council meeting, and where our voices are heard, we will be okay with that. It's a little disappointing not to be able to express all of the concerns that not just the people that were in this room, but the other 187 people who signed the petition that are against it.
Board members chose not to do anything with the item at yesterday's meeting. Instead, they turned it over to the Aiken County Council. Neighbors will now have to wait until the next meeting in January. And the Leslie Price Senior and Youth Center hosting a coat giveaway to help families around the county. Graham Lee takes us there.
With temperatures continuing to drop, warmth is a necessity this time of year. So some local organizations got together to meet that need. The event is a partnership between Rural Health Services, Molina Healthcare, First Steps, the Salvation Army, and Toys for Tots to provide a warm holiday experience. Each family had a chance to get a coat, along with a warm meal, free toys, and a picture with Santa. Director of Outreach Gail Diggs, who's also an Aiken City Council member, says it's a great chance for them to spread Christmas cheer while also talking about what they do.
I have no words to tell you how blessed we feel, but also how much we love this community. And we love not only being able to provide events like this, but also quality, affordable, accessible primary health care, because that's what we do.
Those involved say with such a great turnout, the plan is to continue this event of giving back for years to come. In Aiken, Graham Lee, WJBF, News Channel 6.
One local family's holiday tradition has been passed down for nearly 30 years. Coming up, we'll introduce you to the Millers. Stay with us.
Give me a call today for that free in-home estimate.
My career is focused on helping the injured because I can relate to that. I don't just sympathize. I know how all it takes is a single second to change your entire life. Being an attorney isn't just a job for me. It's who I am. My name is Fatima Zaidan, and I'm an attorney at the Eichholz Law Firm. I get it. I've been there, and I'm dedicated to fighting for you.
iPhone 15 Pro, your husband deserves it.
Carolers, to tell me you want a new iPhone, a better plan is Verizon.
Wait, they take this break.
Yes, they will in any condition. Get iPhone 15 Pro and iPad and Apple Watch all on them.
Please forgive him.
It's all good, just a little awkward. We'll wrap this up.
It's your last chance to turn any iPhone in any condition into a new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium and iPad and Apple Watch SE all on us. That's up to $1,700 in value, only on Verizon.
And Evan's family has had a fun Christmas tradition for over 25 years. News Channel 6's Brandon Dawson popped in for the story.
For some, the holiday season is all about family traditions. The Miller family have been doing their tradition for 28 years.
We started in 1996 when my wife was pregnant with our first child, and we were decorating the Christmas tree. We had the video camera rolling, and we were playing a Christmas song, and we just started dancing.
The Millers had so much fun making the video, they decided to do it again.
That second year, the baby was with us, and then the third year, we started showing it to more people, and we didn't have social media at the time, but we would email it when we got to where we could email little clips of it to our family members. And then when social media came around, it just got bigger and bigger.
The years kept going, and as the Miller family grew, so did their videos.
It was just having fun with our family and being silly is all it was, and our family kept growing. And people just kept telling us every year that they would look forward to it. We had people telling us it was the highlight of their year.
As the years went on and it kind of became more of something that we actually put thought into, we started to up the production, and we would come up with almost like a story or a theme or a concept for each one.
Cameron Miller has enjoyed filming and planning a lot of the videos, but at the end of the day, it's all about one thing.
This tradition means a lot of things to me. One, it means being silly and fun and having a great, joyful jubilous time with my family. And I think also it means tradition and finding something that you can all enjoy together and sharing that laughter with other people.
I wouldn't have realized how important it was, but now, years down the road, looking back at it, it is so important. It has created such a wonderful memory string. I'm just so thankful that we have it, and I just totally encourage finding something that can be your tradition.
The Millers feel blessed to have such a fun tradition.
My favorite part is the actual dancing. Like whenever we get a chance to just put on the music, we all get in front of the camera and just go.
But like the silliness, the goofiness, like we're not doing any professional dancing. We're just having fun.
And the Millers are growing the tradition by letting new family members in on the fun.
I think I was a little intimidated by oh man, if I marry into this family, I have to level up to their genius. And so that was a little bit whew, all right, got to mentally prepare for that. But I am just in awe of the tradition that carried on for such a long time.
The Miller Dance video tradition is sure to continue for years to come. Brandon Dawson, WJBF News Channel 6.
That is just so cute and wholesome. You can catch the Miller family's latest video on our website, WJBF.com. We also have a link to all of the Miller videos. And we hope you'll spend part of your holidays with us. This Sunday at 1 p.m., join us for our holiday special Christmas Eve on News Channel 6. We have lots of holiday fun planned for you. We'll be tracking Santa's route to the CSRA and tell you Christmas stories from across our area, including one local town where Christmas is a year-round event. Join us for Christmas Eve on Sunday at 1 p.m. right here on News Channel 6. And to get you ready for this Christmas holiday weekend, we here at News Channel 6 wanted to share our favorite Christmas gift memory. Take a listen.
My favorite Christmas gift that I remember getting from Santa was an air pocket. I was walking down the steps and I heard this noise of air and had no idea what it was. And I rounded that corner and wouldn't you know, it was a big old air pocket table and I loved it.
The coolest gift I ever got for Christmas, people who know me know I'm all about Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles. But one year I got a Donatello and an April O'Neil toy. And then the following year I got a Black Ranger, which was Zach, and a Green Ranger was Tommy. So those are the two best Christmases I ever had as a child.
Okay, so the coolest gift that I got as a child, this is an easy one. It was the Sega Genesis. I'm a huge gamer, and there was nothing better than waking up. I woke up, the Genesis box was there, and I looked inside and it wasn't there. Oh, because it was already set up in the living room, ready to go. Oh gosh, it was such an experience. My parents were thrilled to see me out there enjoying it and having a good time. And yeah, I will remember that Christmas morning forever. Love you, Mom.
While flights are taking off across the U.S. for the holidays, you're taking a live look now from our Skyview network camera of Augusta Regional Airport. Miller Hyatt is next with what you can expect as you travel this weekend.
I'm a turning juice.
It's always fun to give and receive gifts that you like. But what about Santa? Today we're sharing the special goodies we left for St. Nick as a kid. Take a listen.
So what kind of treats do we leave out for Santa? I believe we left cookies and milk. Our family tradition with my kids is cookies and eggnog, but when I was a kid, it was always cookies and milk.
So when I was younger, I used to leave out Christmas candy and also some chocolate chip cookies for Santa Claus. Of course, these are my favorite cookies, so I wasn't very happy that Santa got to enjoy them.
Growing up, our tradition for Santa was always to leave out some cookies, milk, and we didn't forget the carrots for the reindeer, because that's always what we love to do.
The night before, we would always leave out chocolate chip cookies and sugar cookies for Santa. We would bake them with my family, and I think the baking aspect really just gives him that warm at-home feeling. And even speaking of warm, I'm from Florida, so it wasn't really cold, but doing those things kind of just made it feel like Christmas or something that you see on a Hallmark movie. So milk and cookies is, the traditional way, but it is something that we used to do as a family.
Back in the day as a child, it was always the classics, leaving Santa out some cookies and some chocolate milk for Santa, and it was always gone, as he left us some really nice presents. So again, it was the classic milk and cookies that we always left out for Santa.
So one year I tried to leave some cookies, and then I woke up to, I guess, go use the bathroom, and I saw my grandmother eating them. So then the whole Santa thing was ruined after that. My parents was like, "No, we're not doing the whole Santa Claus thing anymore." But now that my parents are grandparents, they all about the Santa Claus. So that's bananas to me.
So every year my mom and I make Christmas cookies, no matter what, all different flavors, shapes, and sizes. But what we did pretty consistently was nativity scene cookies, and a lot of times we would leave these out for Santa. So he would get his cookies in the shape of animals, people, and a manger even. And they were all very colorful and decorated with sprinkles and all sorts of goodies. So that was always a very fun memory.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Love you. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Well, that is just so cute, and I love hearing everyone's Christmas traditions. And be sure to let us know what you are leaving out for Santa this Christmas, and what is the coolest gift you ever received as a kid. And there's more coverage you can count on at 4:30, including why Pentagon officials say